Fast and Furious came out when I was in like middle school, and I remember watching how cool the cars were. I liked the neon style that was going on, and the racing and the fast action and the storyline. And it's been sort of like part of my life since middle school. I've watched every single one. So this movie continues the trend of going over the top, crazy action scenes, crazy sequences, crazy things going on that just get even crazier. Right now I'm trying to decide if I should make this a spoiler or non-spoiler. Screw it, let's let out the beans. So the funny thing about the movie is, like, in the beginning, I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but just like the way they do things, you actually like notice every single irregularity about the movie and the storyline. Maybe it's like getting you prepared for the ridiculousness that's coming up later in the movie. And I'm not talking about like the regular things that people have been talking about, like about Toretto's brother, that he's Family Guy. I'm talking about other stuff like when Dom decides to join the party, he's left there alone with his son in the house. Everyone left and went to go to the plane, to get on the plane. And then he's all of a sudden last minute decides he wants to go. So where in the world did he take the kid last minute? Did he like drive over to California from the middle of Iowa and then go all the way back to the airport somehow in time? Who's watching the kid? So that's like the critic side of you, sort of, it's seemingly intentionally being brought out. But then once you start getting into the movie and the storyline, you just start to watch it, and actually it becomes pretty good that you sort of absorb all the ridiculous, crazy things they're doing. And it doesn't matter anymore because you're back to the cinema world, that it's a movie, and a pretty good movie. Like, you just have to let go of that side of you that thinks like everything needs to make sense. Everything needs to be perfect and realistic. But if you're watching this movie after watching the prior ones where the guy's like flying through building windows and somehow everything's ending up perfect, then why are you watching this movie anyways? It's fun to watch all this unrealistic stuff going on. And I think the part that you really realize that they're trying to make it obvious is the part where Roman just all of a sudden like shoots 20 guys, and then he has like all these holes in his jacket from where it hit the Kevlar vest, where all of them were shooting at him, and he came out without a scratch. Like a movie. And it's almost like they're trying to make fun of all these action movies that they're actually one of and have been for a long time, that the good guys always survive somehow. And in the past movies, people did die. People in their timeline, people died. But in this one, they do the craziest stuff, and you can go ahead and count how many times I say crazy in this video. Put it down in the comments. Fine. I'm gonna say it again, crazy. And connecting to that scene where Roman got off with all these bullet holes, Tyrese, he got off with all these bullet holes after shooting those 20 guys in just a few seconds. And then he actually goes into like a little spiel about how he thinks he's invincible. And Taj just goes with it for a second, like oh wow, we might be invincible, or you can just be an idiot, which was sort of funny. A little bit of comic relief that helps this movie move along. It's actually good, well done. This movie actually sort of like, if it has a parallel, it sort of reminds me of, what's that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Last Action Hero, I think it was, that it like makes fun of all the unreal things in action movies. And that one did a pretty good job, and I think critics are gonna talk about it. They're gonna say that, oh, this is so unrealistic, they're going over the top more than ever. And they did. And I think that was the point, sort of like making fun of it a little bit, like Last Action Hero. But like I said, it sort of like proves a point. A good storyline, a good movie will carry the movie along. At first, they were making it really obvious, and then later, they made you not care anymore. And lately with their movies, it seems like every time their movies come out, they're full of like family reunion scenes. People haven't seen each other for a while. People coming back to life. Since there's such a separation between how long you've seen them as well, it all feels like you're being reintroduced to these characters that you really grew up with. Well, I did. And to be honest, it was nice to see. It was nice to see these people come into the picture. Sort of like the moment when you see Han Solo reappear in the new Star Wars movie after how many, 40 years after doing the first Star Wars? It's like that kind of moment, a bunch of those. So what's next? Let's see. Dom drives off a cliff and somehow catches a chain which flips them back on. Okay, that's something they said they'd never done before. Okay, what about Dom not knowing where his brother is, investigating it? Then while looking for his brother, he finds a grandma in Ferrari that's stealing jewelry and knows exactly where to drop him off. where his brother is, and then somehow pre-planned his friends to save him, and there he is, chilling in a band with Cardi B. They're just like pulling out all the stops here. But that's enough spoilers though. So how do I feel about the movie? I liked it. They did a really good job in the movie. Of course, they've been making these movies for years. Everything they do, they did with a purpose, and it hit all sides of your feels. It hit the comedy, it hit the ridiculous action, it hit the adrenaline, and it hit your emotional side too with all the mushy moments and family moments and stuff, which is good too. It sort of feels like, I don't know how many more of these movies they can make. You start to look at the characters, Dom and all of them, even Ludacris and Tyrese, they're getting old now. They've been doing this for like so many years, like 20 years since I was a kid. And Dom, even though he has like a 4-year-old kid, however old he is, he's sort of like got the grandpa vibe going on in the beginning until you get back to the rest of the movie where he's himself again, even though, how old is he? Is he like in his 50s? He has to be in his 50s or late 50s, good Lord. But it really seems like this might be the last one. It might be the last one, unless they like totally come in and introduce new characters. Has there ever been a movie series that has made more than 9? Star Wars, but that's with like different generations. You have the first 3, then you have a few more, then 4 more. Yeah, they've done more than 9, but totally different characters in all 3 over the span of 50 years. So if they're gonna try to keep this one alive, they'd have to like go with totally new characters, totally new storyline. But will that work? Are these main characters what's holding this movie together? Is Dom the one that's holding this together? In the future, is he gonna become like the old bald godfather, and then Brian's son somehow taking the lead in this whole movie franchise, slipping in his skyline all the way at the end of the movie? We know what you guys are doing here. It's easy to tell, but maybe that's what's going on. Will I watch the next one when it comes out? Hell yeah. All right, thanks for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too long, me jabbering along and mumbling and stuff. I know my videos have been pretty all over the place, sometimes talking about products, sometimes talking about movies, but I like it all. Why not? Let's just do it. If you like this, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.